containment order has worked in reducing, but not completely eliminated.
Governor Aminu Masari's administration came into power with a lot of goodwill and high expectations by Katsina residents because of his previous attempts to clinch the position while in the People's Democratic Party and the defunct Congress for Progressive Change, CPC. While campaigning in 2015, his manifesto focused on restoration agenda, which promised better healthcare delivery system, better education, provision of potable water supply to urban and rural communities, as well as improving the agricultural sector, which is the major source of livelihood for more than 70% of the state's population. But many Katsina residents say after 8 years, not much of these promises have been achieved.
I think the major problem facing the state at the moment is the security. When we get into the power, our major focus is security. What can we do to safeguard the lives and property of the people? Before you go to the farm, you need to have security. Before you go to the school, you need to have security. Before you go to hospital or market, you need to have security.
The education sector has gulfed more than 32 billion naira for the construction, renovation and remodeling of some selected schools. But the number of out-of-school children remains high, as those who are lucky to be enrolled lack basic amenities for effective learning. Dr. Badamasi Lawal is the State's Commissioner for Education. He maintains that a lot has been achieved in the sector, while claiming that insecurity has brought a major setback for the actualization of Governor Masari's restoration agenda.
Look at our boarding secondary schools. We have 42 boarding secondary schools in Katsina State. And the 42 boarding secondary schools in Katsina, before the strike of Kankara, we have about 15,000 students. But today they are less than 5,000. Parents are not even willing. The schools are open, but parents are not willing to take their children. Parents are not willing to take their words. So this is the impact.
With more than 46.8 billion naira spent from 2015 to date in the sector, water supply seems to have improved in certain areas of the state capital, but the taps still remains dry in some towns, while some rural communities seems to be losing the hope of having potable water after several failed promises by previous governments and politicians in Katsina. The State Commissioner for Water Resources, Musa Adamu, explains more.
We have now in our, let me give you an example on Ajiwa, we have 3 standby working, Trambi standby on working, which is unlike before. When you come to Basta, it's some Mero, 3 working. When you come to Punta, there's a standby. When you come to Munpashi, there's a standby. When you go to Dusama, we have now 2 treatment plants that are enjoying. That is the Zobe, and the old treatment, Dusama old treatment is a branded new treatment now, because the laboratories, machines are all of them branded new. So as far as Aminu Masari, he makes a difference. All previous administrations, they deal with the immediate problem and administration. Give birth to so many urban water, semi urban water expansion, semi urban water rural program, that's where. But facing the reality in terms of urban water sector, and generally in the in general aspect of the water, semi urban, rural water supply, Aminu Masari is totally different.
In the agricultural sector, which has the Deputy Governor Maneria Kubu as its commissioner, but not much has been achieved there, as the government and farmers have been faced with lots of challenges, especially in the areas of insecurity. The introduction of the Katsina Ranching project, for which the federal government assisted the state with more than 6 billion naira, may be a saving grace for the agricultural sector, especially in the areas of livestock production.
He met the bandits there. We discussed with them what their problems. They said that they are not aware that if there's a government during that period, but they wanted their children to go to school, they want good water, drink, they want animals to have veterinary care, they have their people to have better human clinics, they also need where they can graze things. Well, all those things is a concept we made initially, which led to the support from the federal government, which we budget about 20 billion and we got 6.25 billion.
One expert is advising the incoming administration of Dukku Umar Radda to harness the irrigation farming potentials of Katsina State, as more than 13,000 hectares of arable land remains unutilized.
And now the government, it seems, cannot afford to buy diesel to operate these schemes. So for that, I may suggest let's embark on solar pumps, which a lot of things will be eliminated. You will not buy diesel, you will not pay for maintenance cost. The lubricants, the service, and almost 95% of the cost are eliminated. So in as far as you want irrigation to succeed in Katsina State, at least eliminate the uses of diesel as an energy source completely. Definitely you will succeed.
The Masari restoration agenda also saw to the renovation of some secondary health facilities in the state. But the issue of manpower and other operational needs still remains a major challenge, with the primary healthcare subsector being the worst hit. Arise News made efforts to get reaction from the State Commissioner for Health, Nuhu Danja, but we are unsuccessful. With assistance from the World Bank, the environmental sector get a post in towns like Katsina, Jibia, Funtua, and Malumfashi, where cases of seasonal flooding appears to have been addressed by the Masari administration. The withdrawal of a multi-billion naira criminal case against ex-governor Ibrahim Shima and the current high-debt profile of Katsina State are among the issues that the people of Katsina State will be pondering on after the exit of Governor Aminu Masari on May 29th. Awal Ibrahim, Arise News.